Hello and welcome to Retro Dan. This is the very first live video on this channel. I will be playing full game mode of Tyrian with the commentary. If you do enjoy, leave a like or subscribe to the channel. So, here we go. Tyrian, this is version 1.0, so you can only see 3 episodes of this game. Produced in 1994 and distributed by Epic Mega Games. We will start from episode 1. Hopefully we'll be able to finish this episode today. Now, the first screen you are greeted with is the main game menu. There are some data cubes you can read through to give you information about the story of the game. So this game, as I explained in the overview, has a mix of RPG characters as well as arcade shoot 'em ups. You can read through the story and see how the story develops. But on the other hand, if you go back to the full game mode, you can see if you try to upgrade your ship, you will have access to front guns, rear guns, and many others. So in this case, we're going to go with the pulse cannon. This is the very first level. For the rear gun, I will be using Sonic Wave. It's a very powerful one. I would like to start with heavy guided heavy guided bombs, but these are not as powerful as the others. There's also shield and armor. Armor is installed on your ship, so the more expensive your ship is, the better armor it has. Shield is your secondary line of defense. When you're hit, first the hit points are decreased from your shield and then from your armor. This one, I'm going to continue with the existing shield on my ship. Generator is another mechanic of the game. You have a power generator which powers your main weapons and shield regeneration. So this is how your ship generates power to attack the enemies. So as you can see, I only have 1,000 credits left on my account, and I should play the next level. See how I can play. It's the very first level. Very first level is very easy, of course. You're greeted with a bunch of enemies that fly in a very given pattern. You can see if I restart the level, I want to show you something. If I go to restart the level and delay hitting the very first wave of enemies that come from that upper left-hand side and hit them just right at the right time, I will get a rear weapon upgrade. Tyrian has these great quirks where if you delay killing the enemies, you get an extra reward for what you have done. So for now, I'm just holding the power button. You can see the generator, the red and orange generator indicator shows my current power. And as you can see, my rear weapon is also upgraded because I delayed the attack on the game. Raise the thing, and let me just capture the keyboard because I want to be doing that. Oh, and I accidentally decreased the graphics quality, so let me just increase it back to Pentium so we can have a better quality. Back in the day, Pentium computers were a great thing, like the top of the range. So if you had a Pentium CPU, you would actually be playing very nice games or games with much better graphics. These are games from the 1990s, the very early eras of computers being made public and being advertised for the purpose of gaming. And yeah, Pentium was one of those products that was very widely advertised and was very popular back in the day. The thing that I miss about these games about these games that are not existent in the current game game market is there's no further extra transactions. You purchase the game, you own it, you play it. There's a very fixed story. You can choose some parts here and there, but that's it. You have the game. You own the game. You don't have to pay extra. You don't have to pay to win. This is not a freemium model. This is all the experience. And mind you, the difficulty levels on these games were actually set so that you can test your abilities before the challenge. So the higher you go in the difficulty, the harder the game used to get. If you watch the challenge video of this Tyrian arcade mode on my channel, you will see that the enemies are relentless. They shoot left and right, and they don't wait for you to respawn. Now, this Mega Pulse is a very powerful weapon, but unfortunately, my generator cannot keep up. And what I need to do is go back to the same pulse cannon weapon that I have and try to get maybe a better sidekick option. So sidekicks are, you can see on the left and right hand side. On the right hand side is shooting mini missiles. It's also ammo limited, but on the left hand side I switched to single shot option. It's not a very powerful one, so I'm going to revert back to mini missiles. There is a better shield here. Might as well grab it because why not? I also upgraded my ship to the USP Fang instead of Talon, so I have slightly better armor. You can see on the bottom left of the screen, my armor is increased when I choose this ship. So yeah, this is still going the same. I would like to have that Mega Pulse weapon, but I can get it later on in episode 2 maybe. So let's play the secret level and see what it has for us. Okay. This has got a lot of bonuses. I gotta hit them at a certain place. Okay. I don't want to miss these cubes and bonuses because these provide credits, and with credits, of course, you can upgrade your ship. Continue firing. Make sure that I collect as many gems and coins as possible. I do remember this level. Back in the days, I was not very much able to collect these gems and coins, and the story is still the same. I can hardly get to most of them. So yeah, A lot of coins, a lot of bonuses. You can see my score just shooting up from 6,000 to 12,000 just in one level, which is actually a very high raise. I'm trying to collect as many of these as I can. I do also want to hit all of these as much as possible. And that is the last of it. The level name was Bubbles, but it didn't show up when I was choosing the level. And the data cube that I got from it says, well, Trent, seems you've made yourself quite popular in the Tyrian sector. Things are still quite calm here on Ganymede. Mind you, Ganymede is a satellite of Jupiter. And Microsol is hardly a threat to war at the moment. Leave the rest of the story for yourself to read on the game yourself when you want to play. Okay, back to basic weapons. Pulse cannon, rear weapon. Any better generators? No, it's just a 5,000 Gen Core. Better shields? Not yet. Sidekicks. Ooh, I would love these Vulcan shots. You can see how fast they attack. So let's grab these. Those Phoenix devices aren't too bad, but not too effective, actually, if you ask me. So, yeah, there's not much to update. So let's go for the next level. Asteroid 1 or 2? Let's go with 2 and see how it plays. Ooh, nice. As you can see, I can shoot my sidekicks without having to shoot my main weapon. And as I said again, if you hold on from shooting your enemies, you can get a better reward sometimes. So this one, this case, that ship that I left moving from the left to right and then over and above, it gave me a very nice weapon power-up. So, and as you can see, my generator is struggling to make up power to regenerate my shield. If I keep going like that, my shield is going to run out and the hits are going to go directly to my armor. And that is not a good thing, because if my armor is zeroed, then my ship gets destroyed. So I have to keep an eye on that. From time to time, I just switch over to sidekicks only and let the generator regenerate the shield. This goes a little fast, and my weapons, of course, because we're at the early levels of the game. This is only the second level after Secret. My weapons are not very great at dealing with those enemies. And these on the left-hand side and right-hand side actually don't count towards your score. So they do count towards 100%, but they don't count towards your main score. You don't earn anything by hitting them. So let's kill all of these, destroy all of these ships. Pay us 25 credits each. Okay. If you play arcade, this section of this level gives you very nice weapons. One of them being the atom bomb. But here we actually don't have access to it, so because we would have to purchase the atom bomb for ourselves. There's a secret level right here under that face, and we are getting ready to face the second boss in this episode. Asteroid 1, I believe, doesn't have a boss, but is very much more fast-paced and with less reward. So let's see how we do. All right, 9,000 credits. Let's see what front weapons are available. Ooh, mega cannon. This is a very powerful weapon. You may have seen this in the arcade mode I played. So let me actually downgrade my ship because there will be better ships available later. As you can see, Mega Cannon draws a lot from my generator, and with each shot, we can see the generator going up and down with each shot. So I had to upgrade to a better generator. There is a generator for 10,000 available, but I had to downgrade my rear weapon to have enough money for that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to have both of them together. There's also charge cannon. I would showcase it right now. This charge cannon hits that blue shot, but if you leave it loading, it will hit a much more powerful one. Problem is, it also draws a lot of energy from your generator, so I will keep with the Vulcan shot for now. And as I progress through the levels, the Mega Cannon will be upgraded to a much more powerful state. This missile launcher is actually not very good. These missiles are very weak. After the heavy missile launcher later on, I might even switch to that. But for now, Mega Cannon is okay. Rear gun is not too bad. Actually, with the ship downgrade that I made, I was able to keep my current rear gun. Sonic Wave is also not bad, if you consider, but heavy guided bombs are much more powerful later on. So I'm going to keep onto them. Let's look at the data. Savara is on our way. There's a thermal blast in some like city of Midway, wherever that is, through the river, and yeah, it's just the same story of Trent Hawkins fighting Michael Soul. So let's see. What is the next level? Unknown. Let's see how this goes. All right. You can see the generator is very much struggling. Let's clear out these mines. As much as we clear, we will get more credit. And with that more credit, we will have better weapons. Right. This level is called Mine Maze. So what that means is these will lead you through certain directions. The coral ones lead you left, the green ones lead you right, and there was a weapon upgrade right there that I just grabbed for my rear weapon. If I'm not mistaken. I haven't been able to have a look and see if it was front weapon or rear weapon. But I think that was front weapon. As you can see, yeah, left and right. This green ones push you left, coral ones push you right, red ones push you right, and oh, I love these. And yes, you are forced to stay between the lines. Oh, another weapon upgrade, great. Oh, and a secret level, nice. Let's see how we go. I believe this is the final section of this level. You can see this part of the video played on arcade mode in the overview video. Check out the link in the description of this live video. Also, check out the other videos of Tyrian on my channel if you enjoy this type of content. I will upload playthroughs as much as I can. And yeah, if you like it, just go ahead and give it a look. So, I was speaking about heavy missile launcher. This is a heavy missile launcher. It is very powerful, of course, and it's also very power consuming. Let's see how our generator works. This is the best we can get, so let's keep it that way. Shield is the best we can get. Let's look at the sidekicks. Charge cannon, I would stick with Vulcan shot for now. Ship type, upgrade. Rear gun, we can upgrade. This will be a better shot of this rear gun. And other than that, we're doing good. Heavy missile launcher is much more powerful in my opinion than the mega cannon. So let's go see what the next level is. Asteroid question mark. This is another asteroid level. You'll basically be clearing platforms while asteroids come your way. And enemies shoot at you. It is very hard to achieve 100% in these asteroid levels because asteroids come left and right, and you have to have very powerful attack to be able to catch up with all of them. Now, if you're looking for score generation, you can just put the game in turbo mode. I will do in a sec. And you can see my score go shooting up like crazy. If I press escape, change the game speed to turbo, and return to the game, you can see if I dodge these bullets, this thing is generating basically free money for the game. It's going to be very tedious over time, so I just wanted to showcase how you could. This is basically a mini hack if you'd like to buy the best of the weapons early in the game. Now, go back to normal speed and let's just finish this off and move on with the level. All right. Yeah, we have gained a lot in that section. This is at this section, it's better if we just stick to one side or try to hit these purple balls around these, because these purples are their weak points. Also, you can see the generator on my ship is struggling. Dodge as much as possible because these enemies are relentless. They have no mercy. They just hit you left and right, and before you know it, you're running into an asteroid and just boom, you're done. You would have to repeat the level. So at this point, this is level done. Let's see how we did. 66%, not too bad. And score of 45,000. Let's see what upgrades we can do. Any better ships? No. How about front weapons? Yes, we can upgrade our front weapons twofold, but it is too much for our generator, as you can see. If I upgrade, you see the generator is struggling to keep up. And if it is always at this level, it is not good because you will not be able to attack your enemies at full power. And there is no better generator to upgrade to, so we'll stick with this 10,000 for a while. Rear gun we can upgrade. Let's have a look at the sidekicks and see what we have. Super missiles, very limited ammo. You can see only 5. So this is only for the boss and nothing else. Posted mine also, it shoots very quickly. You can see how quickly it shoots. These posted mines, by the way, go and stick to your enemy, become a ninja star, and decrease their health, but it has very limited ammo, only 20, and you can see how fast it shoots. So I'm going to stick with the Vulcan, try to upgrade my front weapon, but if I downgrade my rear and up, I know it's 28,000, so I have to really downgrade my rear weapon, so I'm not going to do that. Maybe I'll just downgrade one level and keep this upgraded as much as possible. How about now? Oh yeah, this is going to be better. No better shield, nothing else. So we're done with this update. Let's go to Savara and see how this goes. All right. I believe this level also has a rear weapon upgrade, so we're probably gonna see how the guided bombs upgrade as we go forward. This is the classic implementation of Savara. If you play Tyrian 2000, Savara is the very first level you can see the difference of level design between the two versions. And the enemy patterns as well, of course. In Tyrian 2000, the sidekicks are much more different than what it is in this early version. This is the very first commercial version of Tyrian I'm playing right now. It only has 3 episodes instead of 5. The 2 episodes later added through a demo version of 1.1, 2.0, and here's the rear weapon upgrade. You can see it shoots 4 bombs. The early version of Tyrian 2000 was version 2.0, which only had episode 4. And then later on, with the full version, they added an episode 5 as well, with some weird levels. You go through lava, you face an enemy that is shaped like a nose, and it is very fun, but also very challenging. The game developed in 1994, between 94 to 98, 96, 99, I don't know. This was a very overdeveloped game. It is very rich. It has almost everything in itself. You've got a mini RPG, as you see I'm playing now. You've got an arcade, which is classic shoot 'em up experience. You've also got 3 resources that you have to manage. You've got your energy generator, you've got your shield, and your armor. So for a game of this size, it is actually very powerful for its time. So no ship upgrade. Front weapon may be upgraded. Let's have a look at generator first. Nothing new in the market, as well as shield. Fireball is also a very nice weapon. It becomes powerful as it gets upgraded to the later levels, but I'll stick with heavy guided bombs for now. Micro bombs is also a very nice weapon. You can see how slowly it shoots. It isn't too bad, but because of limited ammo, it's not as effective as Vulcan shot can be. So let's go with the front weapon upgrade, as I cannot upgrade my rear weapon yet. Nothing else comes in, so let's go for next level. Bonus. Let's see how bonus level plays. Yeah, this is a breather. You can see it's not too many enemies. There's no platforms or anything. They just fly about. Plus, it gives you a lot of gems and coins, mostly gems. At times, you'll also see there you go, 2K, 2,000 credits just for that. At some points, you see grapes falling down from these ships, from these enemy ships that you destroy, and it is a hint that this Tyrian game has more than just normal ship theme to it. So what that means is not only you have like a standard ship that you can upgrade and play, there's also fruit involved. And at some point, you'll be able to get a fruit-shaped ship. By the way, if you haven't noticed, this is the top of your ship and how it looks in the level, and this is the bottom of your ship. And this is how your weapons are installed on the bottom of your ships. You can see I have a missile launcher. It shows missiles in here. On the sidekicks, it shows the Vulcan cannon icon or graphics. And this is the graphic that it shows for when you have something like heavy guided bombs. Any front weapons? No, this is the best I can get for this. Rear weapon, still the same. No better generators yet, and no better shields, and no upgrades to the sidekicks. Only the ship upgrade, which upgrades to Gen Core. It starts with Gen for a reason. I'll show you in the next level. Before Deliani, we're going through a minefield, apparently. So this level is called Mines. So this ship has the power to regenerate your armor. So if you hit the shoot button or fire button while moving down, you can see my shield going to 0 and then coming back as armor on the right hand side, on its right hand side indicator. So yeah, it has the power to regenerate armor if need be. So when the level gets a tiny bit quiet, you have the ability to fill your armor up like I did right now. This level was basically just dodging through these mines and enemies because they're too powerful for our current weapon setup. There are no better weapons for us to choose from. Finally, we can upgrade heavy guided missiles, but our generator is not able to keep up, so I'm not going to do that. And there's no better sidekicks for now, no better ships. So let's go for Deliani. See how it goes. This is a challenging level. It gets fast, and it's the end of episode 1 where we will finish this live video. I've decided these live videos to be 1 episode each. Well, first of all, I want them to be short, so that you don't get bored. Oh yeah, this is flare. You can see it lights up the screen. I want them to be short. I want these live videos to be short, but also I have very limited time on my hand. You can tell from the video upload pattern of the channel that I have very limited time. So for that reason, I'm not going to be able to sit in very long sessions and play games. So this is how it's going to be for now. All right. So where are we? Yeah, Deliani. You can see this this power up on the top left corner of the screen. It's called flare. When I leave my power, my shoot button, and then press again, it will flare up the screen with bomb explosions, just like our front missile bomb, or these heavy guided bombs that I have. Dodge these better. Missed that armor. So this is the good thing about this ship being able to regenerate armor, but because I have flare, it kind of messes with the mechanics of armor generation of this ship. So you can see it doesn't regenerate armor because it wants to activate flare, but because it wants to activate flare, I'm not able to regenerate armor. So I'm low on armor for now, and the boss of this episode comes in. So I have to fight this. This is an easy boss. You just have to know the movement patterns. Oh, this is the best armor it could give. But okay. So I died because my ship wasn't able to regenerate armor, as expected. So I decided to downgrade my front weapon so that my generator can keep up, but upgrade my rear weapon because it gets much more powerful as I upgrade it. For left and right shots, there are nothing better. If I had atom bombs, it would be nice, but I don't, so let's just stick to these. Let's see how fast these guided bombs go through. Also, it would have helped if I didn't have flare. Flare kind of works like a power down, because if your ship has power regeneration, like this one that I'm playing with now, see, flare actually disables that power generation, because power generation and the extra power have to go together, and because the flare has such a long play animation, the game is not able to calculate when I decided to do the power generation move and when I decided to do the flare. So because of that, because of my abilities, my poor ability to dodge, I would have to regenerate power as I go through. Okay. Also collecting some armor, waiting for my shield to regenerate as well, because you can see the waves of enemies are too much for my current setup. Right, this is going rather okay. Right, I'm trying to dodge as best as I can so that I don't die at the end of this level again. As you could see, for someone who has played this game many, many times, this level is also not easy on normal difficulty, let alone hard and impossible. And there's yet another difficulty called Lord of the Game, which is extremely difficult to win. I've only played it once. It takes you to the impossible Lord of the Game difficulty if you enter the engage cheat at the beginning of the game in the main menu. Engage is not a cheat, it's something you type to enter the super arcade mode. And engage is the ultimate super arcade mode. It doesn't allow you to select your episode or your ship. There's no upgrade mechanic. It's arcade, of course, because hence the name. But you play at Lord of the Game difficulty with a very, very weak front weapon called Atomic Railgun. Despite the name, it's a very weak weapon. And you would have to basically survive through levels and gain upgrades, like get those rear weapon upgrades to be able to play that in a decent way. So it is a very hard challenge. It is only available in Tyrian 2000. So if you would like to see that, let me know in the comments. I will also be able to play engage mode sometime on my channel. All right, this is the end of this live episode. This live playthrough. Episode 1 is finished. I will play episode 2 later. And if you enjoy this kind of content, commentary with old games playing on DOS emulators, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Leave a like. It will mean a lot for me. And share this channel with your friends, with the people you know who might have an interest in MS-DOS games or in old games, I will be playing some old Windows games as well when I'm finished playing DOS games. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.